Chicago. Ask someone to picture the city, and they will have trouble coming up with a concise description. When people think of New York City, they think of skyscrapers, subways, and muggers. When they think of Los Angeles, they think of sun, smog, and traffic. When they think of Detroit, they think of cars, factories, and decay. But for those of us that know, there's only one thing we think of when someone mentions Chicago: vampires. And tonight, we tell their story. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios, Windy City After Dark. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I'll be playing Jacqueline Duron of Clan Ventru.
Good evening. Without a buffer tonight, except for Nicholas's ass, I am Ivy Raven, and I play Genevieve Schutz of Clan Gangrel.
Hi, I'm Irian, and I'm playing Roscoe Acres, Clan Tremere.
I am Timber Brad 411, and I'll be playing Nicholas Bowens of Clan Hecata.
Ass included.
Don't be a half-ass if you're going to do it.
Be
the whole asshole. That's right.
You never go full ass.
Always go full ass.
Yeah, I can tell the players are restless tonight. Welcome to Season 10, Episode 9. And for those of you that aren't on the Discord, well, first of all, why not? Second of all, it's the final season, people.
Yep, this is it, y'all.
This is it. We'll have more than 10 episodes, but it'll be over.
Mm-hmm. When the story is done,
it's done. Where we left off, the city is burning. Multiple bombs went off of the city as part of Loden's plan for Praxis. And now the fires have started out on top of the bombs. And of course, that also means martial law has been declared in Chicago for the disasters. There's a curfew, 10 p.m. curfew. All people are supposed to be off the streets without a legitimate reason. Shuts down the clubs, it shuts down the bookstores, it shuts down everything. And this is where we are opening tonight. Day 1 of 5 before the Coterie must vacate the city. And when we open, Jackie, you've reached out to meet with Dawn. And Dawn has given you an address not far from the police headquarters that got blown up. It's about a block and a half down the street from it.
Of course, we'll have to go about 5 blocks out of our way to avoid the actual site.
You'll have to take a roundabout way to get there, yes.
Mm-hmm. Etienne, make sure you have your credentials. Peter, I want you to drive the rolls.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And Etienne goes back into his rooms and comes out a bit later. he's still in his suit, but his hair is done a bit differently as he's tucking, well, it's not a billfold, it's a manifold in his back pocket or not his pocket, in his suit jacket pocket, and he's got a satchel that he's got with him.
All right, let's head over.
Yes, ma'am.
And of course, Etienne, you'll be in the back with me.
And you get in this nice rolls. And as you pull out, Peter takes you a roundabout way. And of course, the police presence on the street is rather high. Not just police. There's police, ATF, National Guard. They've had to call it all in with what's going on in the city. And you reach your first checkpoint, not far leaving the loop, or trying to get, you're in the loop already, but not far from your own haven. But the diplomatic tags that mark it as an embassy vehicle gets you no more than just a casual look over the vehicle and a wave through the checkpoint as you move closer and closer to your goal. And as you pull up on it, first of all, give me your wits awareness. You know I have to have you roll this.
Of course.
Just out of safety's sake.
And I know instinct supply.
Of course.
I'm going to willpower.
You got a messy critical. Now, just so people understand, messy crits I don't apply to a passive skill like that. I don't see how.
That is 6 with a crit.
6 with a crit. Okay. And as you pull up to the address, you get waved through a second place and come to a police cordoned off area. The address, it's the right address. But the only thing you see there is a large tent. There's 2 National Guard soldiers stationed outside the tent. And you see people going in and out of it. But that's the address.
All right, Etienne, you and I go together.
As you get out of the vehicle, you're immediately stopped by 2 FBI agents. Can I help you?
She leaves it to Etienne to take care of it. He's the diplomat.
Etienne looks the person up and down. Yes, we're meeting with someone here. Miss Sakata told us to come here. And you see him. Visitors for Kata? Okay, yep. If you'll follow me, please. And they take you to the tent and escort you inside. And inside, it's the FBI command tent. And Dawn is there wearing an FBI bulletproof vest right in the middle of them, directing the scene. And she looks over. Yes, Ambassador, give me a second. And Etienne just nods as she continues communicating. And she seems to be leading some of the search efforts here at the headquarters, taking a direct hand, which you don't see her normal lack of emotion. She's got a very good mask going in here. Finally, she goes, let me know if anything changes. Ambassador, if you'll follow me. And the 2 of you step outside, and she walks quite a bit away from everybody, and then turns. Obviously, it must be important if you wanted to see me tonight.
Indeed. And she opens the satchel that Etienne is carrying. This needs to be delivered to Juliet.
And she takes it, looks it over.
It is my resignation. This is Loden's doing. Praxis wars are happening in the city. Loden, Maxwell are each vying for the seat.
Wow.
And I am going to take advantage and pursue Milwaukee.
Loden is behind this.
Yes.
His life is forfeit.
Good.
This is
Massive? Yeah.
Yes, it's a massive breach.
Yes.
Big enough that I've had to come down
Mm-hmm.
And how can I put this? Your message will not take long to reach her.
Oh, is she here?
She will be.
Wonderful. It'd be nice if I could see her before I leave.
She won't be alone.
I'm sure.
This has attracted a bit much attention.
Mm-hmm.
I would expect things to be dicey in the city for a while.
I've also thoroughly explained in that missive to her exactly what is going on with the Praxis War. I was propositioned by all three, Kevin, Loden, and Maxwell.
If it's up to me, you're not. There is no quitting.
Yes, well, I don't work for you.
Not yet. We'll see.
We will see. Let's see if I win my city.
Very well. What else do you have to tell me about what's going on? Do you have locations of any of them?
Last spotted Maxwell at this address, and she gives it to her.
Okay.
Loden, he is a wily one. I don't know where you can find him.
Where is Prince Jackson?
Secure.
So he lives.
No one else knows that.
We've been trying to reach him. Please,
I can get a message.
Please inform him that Archon Nakata wishes to speak with him.
I will do such.
And tell him to prepare for, let's just say, outside influences.
I will advise him.
Very well. And you are taking Milwaukee.
Yes.
Does that mean you had something to do with Akawa's disappearance?
Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Well, I believe, based on my own calculations, that the one who did it is an associate of yours.
That could be possible.
Mr. Shah. I know deaths happen during a praxis war quite often, and if you are declaring praxis on Milwaukee, there will be a lot of leeway given as part of a declaration of praxis. Please keep it from being...
I'm never this disruptive.
Very good. This is very bad here in Chicago.
Yes, it is. And if I happen to see Loden again, I'll destroy him myself.
I fully expect we will have half the Second Inquisition here before the end of the week.
Oh, I'm certain of it. I plan to be gone.
Good. While you're here, you realize there's a curfew, I can tell, because you've brought diplomatic plates.
Of course.
And an ambassador attaché here.
Yes.
Have you noticed the increase in homeless?
Yes.
Who are ignoring said curfew?
Yes.
Who are they?
It is probably a combination. Some will likely be belonging to Waneka. Some may be belonging to Loden.
These groups I'm seeing, they move small squad tactics.
Those are going to be Waneka's. They're hunting Loden on behest of the prince.
They move in groups of 3 and 4, but only 2 move at a time, while 2 watch, and they shift their positions that way. Who is he supporting?
As far as I'm aware, it's on Kevin's order.
Good. I will.
As far as who he is actually supporting, I don't know. That is what I relayed to him on order of the prince. He will do what he does.
He will do what I say.
Then you should have a conversation with him.
Oh, I will. I will let him know before I take command of his troops.
Very well.
If you have nothing else.
I have nothing. Stay safe, Don.
I've calculated the risk to me. It's low. Though I'll have to burn this identity after.
Yes.
This is done.
Such is the way we have to do things.
And she turns, and as she starts to walk away, you hear her yell out, "Roberts, get over here, status report."
And we get back in.
And you see her immediately. Here comes another FBI agent running over. And she has taken a direct hand. And it looks odd because she looks awful young to be an FBI agent.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what credentials she's slapped on everybody. But she's put something out there. And Etienne gets in the back seat, and you start to head away, and he actually looks over at you. "Ma'am, that's a shit show over there.
Yes.
Nothing good will come of her directly managing shit."
I know.
What is so important about that building that she feels she should be involved?
I have no idea.
At least we're leaving.
Yes. The contract was accepted on the home?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
The money's being moved to escrow tonight,
Excellent.
so we'll have paperwork for you to sign tomorrow.
Fantastic. And we head back home.
And you head back to your haven. And now we cut to Roscoe, who doesn't have, well, diplomatic plates or, any identity as a ambassador to, the British government of all things. You don't have any of that. So you're stuck at your bookstore. Above it. So what is Roscoe doing tonight? I'm just curious.
Well, he's continuing to pack and get ready to go to take everything to Milwaukee to the storage facility that Jackie had told him about.
And as you're packing, you see the floor ripple as Dave comes up out of your floor.
Oh, hey, Dave.
Mm.
How are you doing tonight?
It's exciting. You can
Oh,
feel the fear walking the street.
Have you been able to take advantage of it?
No. Things are too delicate. But I can watch and feel and revel in it vicariously without being part of it. You, on the other hand,
Yes.
you're coming with me,
Okay. Not that it matters, but where are we going?
where you are going to see Regent Victor.
Okay.
He has words for you, I think.
Hopefully good ones, but you never know.
With him, it is difficult to say, isn't it?
It is. All right. How are we going to do this?
There's only one way to do this. You're going to have to ride on my back again.
Okay.
I probably won't drop you.
They'd be appreciated. You did a great job last time. I got nothing to complain about.
Yeah. We'll see how you like it this time.
Okay.
And you go to the roof of your building where, he's got wings and he uses the wings, but you have to kind of nestle onto his back. And you don't have a nice harness, or he doesn't actually have anything to make it easier as you are pulled to the sky, though he doesn't drop you. there's a few times you feel at risk. And every time he dips too far to one side or the other and you have to scramble, he laughs a bit. But you're taken to the Chantry.
Okay.
Where security is very tight tonight. There are people walking the grounds around it. There's multiple people on the doors. You see people at all the windows. Security is in force tonight. As you are dropped in front of the building and Dave returns to perch on top of it, there seems to have been a spot cleared that he sits on, not moving.
Okay.
And the guy at the door looks over, Mr. Akers, right?
Yes, that's correct.
You're expected. You'll probably find him either in the entryway or Abraham's old office.
All right, I'll go looking for him there. Thank you.
When you come inside, he's not in the entryway. There are people running back and forth. Most of them you recognize, or you don't recognize as members of the Chantry. There seems to be a large amount of mortal security here.
Okay.
But it could be some kindred hidden in there that you just haven't met before.
No, just mortal human, just regular kind, ghouls, can I tell?
I mean, you can try to read auras as you're going through.
Okay.
Scry the soul. It's intelligence, all specs. We'll do it as kind of a general thing so that you're not, because it's doing it through a crowd. So we'll see. Intelligence, all specs. 7. And then don't forget to do your rouse check after the fact. 7. And you get hungrier. You've managed to get eyes on about 12 different people. Of those, 7's a pretty good roll there. You figure half of them are ghouls. 4 of them you don't recognize, but they are kindred.
Okay.
You don't know who they are. You've never seen them before, and the other 2 are just mortals of some kind.
Okay, but they're definitely in the minority.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So as you head back towards Abraham's office, you go in there, and Victor's sitting in front of the desk. And he's got some sort of papers in his hand that you can't see what they are. But as soon as you come in, he places them face down.
Good evening, Regent. I understand you sent for me.
Yes, Mr. Akers. Have a seat. And he goes and sits in Abraham's old seat. We're going to dispense with the other location for tonight. I'm much too busy to constantly travel back and forth.
Okay, understood.
Tell me, what is going on in this city?
It is the beginning of a praxis war.
One you had a hand in.
Actually, no.
Then it wasn't you who put, or you and your friends who put packages in places.
That is actually true. We were delivering them for someone.
So you had a hand.
We had a hand.
And whose side is this?
The packages were delivered on behalf of Loden.
Have you made a deal with him?
Such that he thinks we have.
It is Maxwell, Loden, and Kevin fighting over the city.
That's right.
Your preference for the 3?
My preference is Jackson, although we're not going to be here to find out who wins.
Your preference is none of them at this time.
I would be none of the above, yes.
That is your official preference. That is the preference of Clan Tremere at this time. We are exploring our options and supporting the tower in this.
Understood. then my preference is for none of them.
We will see who is going to win and who will give us the best position.
That's fair enough.
You will take no actions that commit you fully to any side.
Okay,
That is
that was
a
already the
direct
plan.
order.
That was already the plan, but order received.
Good. I will let you know once Clan Tremere gets involved in things. For now, we are holding our position. As you can tell, we have increased security to keep this building safe.
I noticed. Not many mortals, fortunately.
No. The few we have are well controlled. Be aware, let your friends know. And I say this for Clan Tremere's benefit. Do not draw attention to themselves at this time. I do not wish for them to fall and take you with them. It would look bad for us. There are powers coming to this city that will be looking for examples to be made.
In the, are you at liberty to say what kind of powers or not?
One of them you've met before.
Oh, Strauss.
No. He
No.
is safely back in L.A.
Oh.
Mr. Carfax, Justicar Carfax, is returning. I dare say you will have a number of individuals like him here. This is a big problem. And unfortunately, they're all going to try to fix it their way. It's going to make a fucking mess of the city. I know Justicar Carfax will not target your friends unnecessarily if it will cause problems for Clan Tremere and you. But some of the others arriving may not, well, they may not exactly have the same
Understood.
feelings on the matter. You are to lay low, hide out, and see how it ends. If you feel you need safety, the Chantry will be safe.
And for the rest of my coterie, should they need it?
No.
Or is no?
The Chantry is closed to non-Tremere
Understood.
for the duration of the conflict. I am sorry to put it that way, but we cannot trust someone who is not of us.
Well, that's how it has to be.
It is. You have any questions for me?
Well, you answered some of them already. But what of Dave? Or
Dave is not under my control. Dave is outside of my chain of command completely. He does what he does. Sure, I ask him to do things. It's up to him if he does them. That's just the way that is. I couldn't keep him out of this building if I wanted to. In case you haven't seen, he is skilled at entering things that he chooses to enter.
I have noticed, yes.
Any other questions?
No, not at the moment. If I do come into any problems, is there a way that I can reach you despite the curfews?
He turns and looks back on the bookshelf behind him, and he pulls just a small book out. You'll find a ritual in here that will let you send a message to me over a mirror.
I have seen that in action. That would be
Follow the
exactly
ritual.
what's needed.
Write it on the mirror for me, and I will see it the next time I pass a mirror or glass. If I hear of that particular ritual getting outside of Clan Tremere.
Of course not. You will never leave.
Perfect. Also, if you see Tracy.
Yes.
Inform her that this Tremere offers safety to her as well.
Understood. I will tell her.
The Chantry is safe for all of our blood, even if we have philosophical differences. The Pontifex has made that quite clear. Very well, then. If you have no other questions for me, you have your marching orders.
Thank you very much, sir. Good evening, Regent.
Good evening, Roscoe. And as you head out the building, when you get to the front door, as soon as you walk out, Dave jumps down. And I say jumps down because he jumps down. He doesn't fly down. He jumps off the top of the building, and you hear him hit, and the concrete actually cracks a little bit.
Dramatic entrance as always, Dave.
Yeah. Gives them something to do. Now they get to repair this. We are petty sometimes. It's just fun. I suppose Regent is done speaking with you.
He is finished with me for now.
Good. Back to your place, somewhere else. Where am I taking you? I am. Oh. What did they call it? I heard it the other night. I am your Uber for tonight.
And a great one you are. Back to my shop if you don't mind.
And he grabs you, and this time you're not on his back. He just kind of carries you in his arms. You're like laid across his arms. It's really a little bit more unsettling as he flies up into the air with you. I assume Victor told you not to take sides.
Yes, he did.
I've got my own advice for you.
I'm all ears.
Do what's important and what benefits you more than anything else. As I've said before, things come and go. Leashes come and go. You got to think of the big picture and your own long term. Just some friendly advice from someone who's been through this before.
Well taken.
A temporary setback for the clan and the city is nothing in the long-term schemes. Make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Well, Dave, I hope you do the same.
Oh, I always do. That's why I've lived this long. And you're taken back to your haven where you're dropped off.
Right. Well, thanks, Dave.
Now, as you're dropped off, Dave just and leaves you on your roof. Now, here's the thing. So, you know, the phones are working again after the first night. Most of the emergency cell traffic is died down a bit. So you can send messages to people if you want to.
Okay.
You have any messages to send?
Yeah, I'll send one to Tracy, just letting her know that she has sanctuary in case she needs it.
I assume you don't send it as sanctuary, but
no,
you can go. There's a safe place.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you're sending tonight?
Let's see. Well, since I'm not going to be seeing the rest of the coterie, I will get out the sat phone and send a message to the coterie telling them that apparently big things are afoot, that other entities are going to be coming to the city that we really need to watch out for.
At that, Jackie does a conference call on the sat phone with all the phones.
Okay. So you are all now on the phones together.
Yes, I spoke with Archon Don Nakata. And multiple Justicars and Archons are coming to the city.
Right.
Loden's life is forfeit.
Not surprised after the breach.
Exactly.
This magnitude.
She expects the Second Inquisition will be bearing down on this city by the end of the week.
Let's hope we're out of here before then.
We are.
Yeah, Carfax is coming for certain. A number of others of his is in his league as well.
Juliet will be the Malkavian Justicar. For sure. I am sure Lucinda will be here as well. This is a Ventru-held city.
And for what it's worth, Victor says that Carfax, the Tremere anyway, they will try to minimize any collateral damage to the Coterie in as much as they can, but he can't vouch for any of the others.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Nosferatu Justicar doesn't show up too. There's a large contingent of Nosferatu in this city. So, that is the information I have right now. I'll keep everyone up to date. Oh, and do not stress yourselves on Havens immediately. I have that handled. As of tomorrow, I'll be signing a contract on a place that will accommodate everyone.
Cool. Also, thanks for the heads up to whatever. Full disclosure, last night I went to visit Stuart's place.
Yes.
Pulled her ass out of the wreckage. So that was nice. I got lucky there because I'm pretty sure they would have found her during the day and that would have been that. So
thank you for doing that, Jenny.
Oh yeah, no, she's been nothing but nice to me. So I felt bad. I didn't necessarily dip on everybody last night, but
no, it makes sense that you did it.
Oh yeah, no, she's been fantastic. So I was like, I got to see if she's at least alive or potentially alive, because if there was a part of her, I was gonna drag it out of there too. So also, sorry I didn't respond to the text last night about staying off the streets. I appreciate the heads up. I'm gonna make sure all my businesses are kind of gonna shut down for the duration of this event in Chicago. I'm gonna make sure the people that don't need to be in Chicago are going to be leaving Chicago shortly. So
yes, and Matthew knows to be prepared to leave within a few hours, so I'll get him to your plane. And
excellent.
If anyone needs inconspicuous transport, my business does allow me a little more freedom of movement in times such as these. Thankfully, the license issue's been handled.
I am fine. Etienne is actually a diplomatic attaché, so he has diplomatic credentials.
The offer extends to everyone, though the ride may be a bit packed.
Thank you, Nicholas. I'm sure everyone will keep that in mind if they need it.
I was going to say, I know I'm good from my end. I'm sure Roscoe probably needs help getting around the city, since I don't think he has any diplomatic papers, but or are you like actually James Bond, Roscoe?
Money is not my superpower.
Damn, it sucks to be broke, doesn't it?
It does. I have some flying help from time to time.
Hmm.
Ooh. Sounds like Roscoe's got himself a gentleman caller.
Well, I have to admit the rides he's given me have been very gentle, except for the 2 or 3 times where it wasn't.
We know what you're into,
Okay,
Roscoe.
I'm canceling this call now. Everyone stay safe. And she hangs it up.
Jenny, where are you when you had this call?
She has probably flown back to Amethyst, her hotel, in the Loop, because she's making sure that like she set it up so like the lobby can be used as a triage center if they need to for like minor stuff. But like she's also using it as her base of command to kind of contact and deal with the people at Phoenix for the time being so that they can do their stuff and know what the plan is. So
the ATF has set up a command center right in your lobby.
Fantastic. It's always helpful to help the feds.
Yeah. But you're up in your penthouse section. And right as you get off the sat phone, you hear her behind you. Who are you? I never understand those devices. Who are you talking to?
I was just talking to my friends, my coterie, as it were. So
inefficient. Coterie is, she's sitting on one of your tables.
Make yourself at home. I mean, you already did.
That was a given.
Of course it was. I'm teasing you. Sorry.
Why are you in here tonight? The city is rather exciting. There's been death plenty. The other side is quite excited. Destruction, fires burning. It's actually exhilarating to be out on the streets.
Yeah. Well, right now I have to take care of priority 1, as it were, which is my people and my money. And then after that, I can go have fun. So
material things.
Yes.
They're
well, fleeting, but sometimes we like to hold on to the things we like to hold on to. And right now for me, that is having a little bit of cash. So I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure there's things you've wanted to hold on to, or are you trying to claim that everything is like sand through an open hand to you?
Eventually, everything goes. The only thing that remains is the memories and the excitement you had at the time.
That's fair. I mean, look, but I can make more memories with the money. See, I'm just I can circle this one back around of the cash any moment I need to. So,
would you walk away from it?
From the cash?
Yes, for a time at least.
For a time, depends on where I'm going to walk away from it, I suppose.
And she hops off the desk and walks over to you and just trails one finger right down the below your collarbone. Would you walk away from it for me for a bit?
When you're real persuasive like that, you make the argument. I mean, yes, probably. I've been thinking about this actually after Nicholas warned me about you. So
he warned you about me. What did little brother say?
Oh, little brother? Oh, shit, I'm going to call him that now too. No, he just said that like the people who take you up on your offer and travel for a time come back broken or don't come back at all. I think it was more like it's those scary stories you tell, like parents tell their kids, like, don't smoke that reefer because, you're going to end up in a bad crowd.
I take insult to the fact he said broken. I never return my toys broken. Some don't return. That is true. It's a dangerous world we live in. Both sides of the shroud are dangerous. I can never guarantee safety. As for broken, that is not it. It is part of the deal, unfortunately. that they do not speak of what we did.
It's fair. I mean, I'm not a kiss and tell kind of gal anyway, so what? You gonna call me on my bluff?
No, I am going to make you an offer. It is odd. I have lived for longer than you can believe. It is not often I find a gangrel who is unique. Most of them are so busy worried about their pack, or the wild, or the wilderness. You intrigue me. And because of that, I'm going to make an offer. Well, the first gangrel in 1,000 years.
Hey. So, what's the offer then?
You come with me. My time here is almost done. The events in this city, though exciting, have also made it easier for me to do what I've come to do. You come with me when I am done and spend time. How long? Who knows? Until things are no longer exciting. In return, I will show you things you've never dreamed of. I will show you places long since gone. I will show you objects you thought destroyed. And I will definitely teach you things. But there is a price. The price is you will be incapable of ever telling anyone what we did. You can use what you've learned with me, but you will be unable to tell anyone, ever. And it's not that you shouldn't tell. You will be physically incapable of telling anyone where we went, what we saw. A girl has to have mystery, of course. I can't let all my secrets be passed on.
But I mean, I can still remember this stuff. Or
you'll remember it. You'll be able to use what you've learned.
I just didn't. Okay, yeah, no, you said that. I just was making sure because honestly, I don't personally have a whole lot of qualms with that because I've been teased for not traveling as much as I should or whatever. Apparently it's the gangrel thing is to travel. So I've thought about doing some travel after Chicago, and why not? Well, I don't want to sound flippant about it, but you know what I say when I say travel, wink, wink, because you took me to the other side that time, and yeah.
We will be able to, we'll be able to see Seattle at the start of the night. And by the end of the night, we could be in Madrid. We could be in Greece. The world is very open when you can cross the other side. Distances cease to matter anymore.
That's interesting.
It is
you know what?
I always offer a choice.
I appreciate that. How many, well, I don't want to sound like I'm prodding, but I guess how many days do you think you're going to need? Because I have some business I'd have to take care of quickly. So
probably within the next week or so, I will be done.
Okay. Gives me time. Because like I said, it's not that I my bags are technically packed as it were, but it's more of there's some things I have to make sure the ducks are in a row.
They're expecting attack at the start of this. So I will wait. And when they feel they're not the targets, I will strike.
Well, do you want to know who you can thank for the chaos currently going on? Or do you already know?
No.
Oh, this is former Prince Loden's doing. He's the old, he was the person who was, I believe, if the assumption is that Mediterranean dad bod has been manipulating the princes of Chicago. He's the one who's being manipulated a couple princes back. So sorry, Minale. I called him Mediterranean dad bod because he thinks he's got like that chiseled shit going on, but you know.
Minale.
Oh, is he the one? Is he the one? Is he the person
He's
you're
the
like,
one I will destroy?
ooh, nice.
And his child.
Gracious?
Yes. And that bitch who hides in her club, Helena. They will be destroyed at my hands. Whether here or somewhere else, there is no length they can go. There's no place they can hide that I won't eventually find them and destroy them. Remember I said once before, we all have our petty grievances. They destroyed my city. And nearly destroyed me in the process.
That doesn't sound like a petty grievance, personally, but...
No, it is petty. What was one city of mortals when they're dying anyway? But it was mine.
I meant more the almost losing your own life because of their bullshit, so...
What
That's
matters
more what
is
I
it was
meant,
mine,
so.
and they took it from me. I don't care about these modern princes. They don't know how to rule. They don't hold a city more than a few decades at a time. Children.
Shoot, see, I don't know if I should bring this up because I was just kind of curious if you were going to tell me who it was you were going to kill while you were in Chicago.
We were making a deal, aren't we?
Yeah, well, yes, but see, here's the thing. I have the wheels within wheels kind of thing. Not really. I'm not that sophisticated. It's more like a steamroller than a wheel. You like interesting things.
No, yes.
I'm assuming some of the stuff you do. Okay, this is not me. This is going to be very blunt because it's the only way I can say it. So I have a petulant younger sister who is currently in the city. I have 3 options. Well, 2 technically, and a third that's possibly on the table after this conversation. I can kill her. I could drive her out of Chicago and deal with the problem when I come back. Or, this is the fun one, we could snatch her, take her with us, and we can see if we could fix her during the time that I'm away. And if we don't, well, then I guess she's just a loss. She's already lost to me to some degree, so I want to see if I could... Does that make sense?
Yes. We can't take her with us everywhere we go.
Oh.
She would be able to slip away, but I do have places we could put her.
That's actually what I was talking about. It wasn't necessarily take her with us everywhere. It was more of like, we park her somewhere, and then every once in a while we go in and be like, hey, how about we work on that brainwashing you're under kind of sort of indoctrination. Indoctrinator to my way of thinking or your way of thinking doesn't bother to me. It's just as long as she's not underneath the thumb of the ghost of the one who made her who she is.
No, did you know there was once a city of kindred in the underworld?
Really?
Oh, yes. A whole city of us. It is no longer there, unfortunately. What caused the storms, that's part of it. Its destruction. Harnessing the atom. Not something I've ever thought, well, mortals would do, but apparently they have no sense. But the city may be gone, but there are places we can put her that she won't be able to leave.
I mean, that works for me. I'm sorry to impose. I just... I had been thinking and thinking and thinking, and I just didn't want to leave her and then come back and hope that she hadn't ruined some of what I had done in the my absence, as it were.
So I take your sister and I put her somewhere she can reflect upon her actions. And in return, you come with me.
Yeah. I mean, that works for me.
I think that is a deal.
Oh, real fast. Do you want to hear a really cool thing that I heard from somebody? So somebody, a little birdie, whispered this little prophecy to me, and they were all like, five shall fight over. I think it was, what was it? Five shall fight over the burning ruins of a city, and the queen of the underworld will take one of them. And I was like, and everyone thought that was going to be you like snatching me. And I don't know, maybe it is. Did I make it a self-fulfilling prophecy? Did we do it? Did we fulfill the prophecy?
Prophecies are a very odd thing.
Ah,
The Lady Fate and I have had long talks on what it means to be bound to fate, what prophecy means.
Hmm.
It is, depending on the wording, that could be it. Could also be many other things. Sometimes it's not literal. That is the problem with imperfect prophecies. The Lady Fate, on the other hand, she reads the actual threads of fate.
Hmm.
Maybe you'll ask her sometime. Would you like to go see her?
Is this a pregnant woman?
Why, yes, actually, she is.
Oh, I saw her. We got some weird, like, when you sent Crazy Chick back, this dude did like a thing, and we got to see like a video of her brain or something. It was weird. All I know is we saw this pregnant woman and she fucked her up, and I was just like, oof. But it was
so
funny.
She was returned. Was she? There was a concern that you all seemed to have. Was she broken?
Probably everyone else thinks she was, but I would argue she was already broken because she was in Roscoe. So,
As I said, kind of fragile.
yeah.
But it's only a mortal. Who cares?
That's kind of how I felt about her, because she was fucking crazy. So, not because of what happened to her there. She was crazy before that. So,
And Coterie reaches down and bites her palm and causes it to start bleeding. Shake on the deal.
oh, do I need to bite my palm?
Well, of course.
Okay. So Ginny will bite her palm and make it bleed too. Then
Blood bonds blood.
All right.
And when you shake the hand, you feel something. You don't know what you felt, but you feel it. There's something. There's more significance to this than just the blood touching.
All right.
Describe your sister to me and tell me what you know.
She was embraced by a wicked bitch named Anna Luisa, who I believe was they used to be called the Lamia, I believe. What else? She looks kind of like me, but like the dollar store version of me, and not rich. She's been hanging out with a Nosferatu named Edith, who runs a tattoo parlor over in some dinky part of Chicago. Shoot.
Do you have an address?
Ginny, actually, I do. And so Ginny rattles off the address since they like did a drive past of it or whatever. So,
And she smiles. I will take care of my end of the bargain tonight. And that way,
wow.
When I'm done my business, we may depart.
Okay. Well, then I will make sure I get my batters in order too then. So, oh, do you have a way I can contact you, or are you just going to like pop in nightly to visit me and say, hey?
I will make sure that someone is always nearby. Just say out loud you wish to speak with me and they will pass the message.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. I just wanted to make sure, because I felt kind of weird being like, I got to wait till, Coterie pops in and graces me with her presence,
Be
which I do
careful crossing
appreciate.
words that block spirits. It will make my the one who to pass messages. Well, it'll upset them. They'll still do it.
Okay.
But it'll disrupt them for a bit when they try.
Okay, so let them know. Don't follow me into the club if I go to the Coterie club. Then I'll come outside if I need to talk to them.
Very well.
So
I will speak with you later. I am going to go pay a visit.
Awesome.
And you see that tear appear in space as she steps into the howling winds on the other side of the shroud. And it just seals up behind her.
Jenny kind of stands there for a second and then just whistles to herself. And she's just like, damn. I was going to leave Chicago anyway. She kind of mutters to herself.
Is there anything you're doing after Coterie has left?
Yes. She is going to get, she's going to have Tasha and Evan meet her. She can have the conversation later, though, since time.
Okay.
But yeah.
You'll be bringing them up to your penthouse to speak with you?
Yeah, she needs to have both of them in for a conversation so she can keep stuff rolling. But yeah.
There's enough time in the night, so we'll get to that later on. Because now we're flashing to Nicholas. Nicholas, you are riding in your van, heading towards the airport with Matthew. And Matthew's sitting there beside you. Look, I understand why you want, but don't send me away. You're going to need me. Who's going to watch over you during the day with all this shit going on?
There is a contingency plan, and I would much rather they be at risk than you.
No. Look, you can barely even tie your shoes some days. Okay? Contingency plan, my ass. Who is going to watch over you during the day? Who?
Jackie has a safe space, and her more than capable ghouls will be watching her. If I'm in the same place as her, they'll be watching all of us. I would rather they be at risk than you.
Look. Just how dangerous is this shit? I mean, half the city seems to be on fire or barely contained fire or smoldering or flat out fucking wreckage.
Exactly. There are at least 3 power-hungry kindred willing to burn this city to the ground just to declare it as their spot to pee. I don't know, but all I know is what little I have keeping me tethered to decency is you. And if something were to happen because of this, let's just say Chicago wouldn't be the only place to burn.
You're going to make me do this, aren't you?
One way or another, yes.
And he gets real silent, doesn't say another word as you're pulling up on the tarmac. But when you get on the tarmac and get out of the vehicle with him, he grabs your hands. Come with me then. You don't know these people shit. Get on the plane and go with me.
A long time ago, I told you that I'd always be loyal to you if you were loyal to me. I've made similar promises to some in the group, and I need to see that through. But I can't do what I need to if I'm worrying about you.
You talk about loyalty to them. Loyalty to me too. Come with me. Leave them. I had you first.
We've been together far too long for you to know that that isn't as easily done as said.
Please? I know if you tell me to get on that plane right now, I don't have a choice. I can't fight it.
And please don't make me say it.
And he leans in and gives you a hug. And just a big bear hug. Something happens to you, I'll find you and kill you myself.
Deal. And as like he pulls away, like Nicholas will hug him back. And as he pulls away, there's like blood tears like welling in his eyes.
Oh, Matthew's definitely crying at this point.
Yeah. This isn't the end.
And don't forget to feed my goldfish.
You know I always overfeed them.
Yeah. Fine. I mean, I don't have a choice, I know. But when this is all over and I come back, me and you got to have a talk.
Agreed.
We've got to figure out how to get you out of all this dangerous shit. It's not worth the risk.
Yes, Chicago is not as fun as I thought it would be.
And he leans in and hugs you again. And then he gives you a kiss. And then he turns and walks towards the vehicle. Or the plane. Doesn't even look back. And you tell he's not looking back because he's not sure he can look back right now.
And Nicholas will stay there until like he gets on the plane and it starts like taxiing, so he knows he can't just like randomly get off.
Okay.
And then
He doesn't. Do you see the plane after he gets on it? And he's looking out the window at you as it takes off.
Oh, and Nicholas is like, pretty much until it's off the ground, Nicholas will stand there.
And once it takes off, when you get back in the van, you sit down and then you realize somebody's in the passenger seat. There's a woman. Olive toned skin.
Do I recognize her?
Oh no, you've never seen her. She's just looking at you.
Is she ghost or physical?
No, she's physical. She has a blank, emotionless look on her face. You are Nicholas. Correct.
And you are?
You may call me Fatima. Miss Alkindi told me to speak with you about events in this city. Someone has blown up the city. Someone must pay for the crime. Justice must be served. You will tell me who did it, and you will name an item. Any item. You have a bag on you. I see your medical bag. You will pick one item from the bag and give it to me. It's a game, you see. First, pick the item.
Do you have a preference?
If I had a preference, it would spoil the game. Please, pick an item from your bag.
Nicholas will open the bag and pull out it's like a Victorian, like we'll say, rib spreader.
Okay. And she
Will
takes
this
it.
suffice?
She just takes it from you. Very good. Now tell me of him, and he will die by this implement. And I will return it to you when the deed is done. And she just tucks it in her shirt.
If I would have known that was the game, I would have picked something more interesting. You're right, it would have spoiled it.
Yes. And it, honestly, doesn't matter what I'm given. I have yet to fail.
Which culprit would you like the name of?
Who
I
blew
would
up
argue it's
the
more
city?
than one.
Not only who blew up the city, what do you know of his accomplices? What do you know of those who serve him?
I know that agents of Prince Loden, former Prince Loden, are to blame for the explosions. I know there is a praxis war beginning that also involves former Prince Maxwell.
Which one caused the Masquerade breach?
Loden.
Yes, he dies. Does he have known associates? Do you know where any details where he could be found? Describe him to me.
Tall, annoying, really blue eyes. Kind of Nordic. Sort of got that. What's the one of my old associates used to? He's got this air of fuckery about him. There's a sword he carries, a two-hander.
Well, this does make it fun, doesn't it? This implement, and she taps where she tucked it in her shirt, versus a sword. Still not fair, but at least he has a chance.
Something tells me it won't be enough of a chance, but
He might even touch me with it. Perhaps.
that would be disappointing.
I don't know. That adds to the game, doesn't it? Thank you for what little you have. The hunt begins.
Don't worry if it comes back broken.
I will return whatever you gave me. It may not be in one piece. And she opens the van door and steps out. And as she moves, you've been around death your whole life. Her entire body movement is walking death.
Oh yeah, I imagine if nothing else, Nicholas felt like familiar and comfortable around her, if not like slightly uneasy. but not. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you set off. Do you call anybody after this one as you drive off from the airport?
I think he would sat phone. Yeah, he would sat phone everyone, I guess, because he knows Jenny has had interactions with Alkindi. And he would at least, if nothing else, Jenny and Jackie for sure.
Okay.
To let them
Are
know.
you calling or texting?
Calling.
Okay.
I don't know that this is a text thing.
Okay. So we're on the phone. What's up, Nicholas?
I just left Matthew at the airport when I was visited by a rather intimidating woman named Fatima. Said she was sent by Primogen Alkindi.
Just to call Fatima.
Oh. She
Only
did not
the most-
use...
Only the most notorious assassin ever.
That explains the request. She asked me to give her an item from my medical bag and then to name the person responsible for the fireworks in the city.
Oh, so she's hunting Loden now.
Yes.
All right, well, everyone hands off a Loden. Let her handle it.
Oh no, nothing of value is lost.
Exactly. All right, well, I'm going to try to make my way over to the club. I need to speak with Kevin. So.
I'll be heading back from the airport. Does anyone need my services and or food?
I think I'll be okay.
Yeah, I think I'll be fine. I've got a meeting, as it were, with some individuals tonight, so
Check in with Roscoe, see how he's doing, if he needs help with food or something. Okay?
Agreed. And then Nicholas will hang up. And as soon as he's done on the sad phone, he'll send Roscoe just like an emoji of like a bowl of ramen and then a question mark.
Okay.
Because he likes hentai, so Japanese stuff.
Okay. I don't think the sad phone has a Capri Sun emoji, but
Well, he's not going to be like so like just to send like, I don't know, like the blood syringe and then a question mark. It's a bit on the nose, even for Nicholas.
he said, I could eat a bite.
And then all Nicholas will respond is, what are you in the mood for, or does it matter?
As long as it's not chunky.
No salsa, got it. And then, yeah, Nicholas will just say, like, on my way. And then, yeah, on the way, Nicholas will look for somebody who is using the current state of the city to do nefarious things and will subdue them.
Okay. And as you're going to bring Blood Hub, the kindred version of Grubhub, to Roscoe. Right here, everybody. We're going to go to break. We will see you all in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the break.
introduce myself, though I fear you've heard my name, that you've heard the story of Countess Bathory. History is told by the victors, heroic warriors, and mad kings. Will you hear my story from the lips of Bathory? They call me blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory. I was very wealthy and powerful, a widow with political rivals keen to destroy me and take my property. My plea was never offered, all my confessors were all tortured, or how they destroyed me for my property. They put me up, shut me up, shut me up, put me up, put me up, shut me up, shut me up, and told a story of a bitch called Bathory, blood-sucking demon, queen of hell, sadistic killer, a monster tale, bathing in the blood of virgins, beautiful, drinking the blood of virgins, youthful, the blood countess. Who is she really? Who is she really? Blood countess. Who is she really? Je blood Bathory. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you, or is it me? Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger, does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in a world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast, we don't have to hide. Do I terrify you, or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger, does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin, to burrow within. Do you burrow within? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you, or Do you feel alive?
Welcome back. Before the break, we were on, well, night 1 of 5 until they have to leave the city. And it was an interesting night. Jackie went and spoke with Dawn. Jenny made a deal with the devil. And by the devil, I mean Coterie. Devil in spirit leathers. Something like that. Roscoe had a meeting with Victor. And of course, Nicholas not only dropped off Matthew, but met someone that, well, he survived the encounter, which is always a good thing. And as we're kicking off now, Jenny, you asked for have Tasha come up. Evan, unfortunately, is at Phoenix tonight, so you'll have to talk to him later. But Tasha was here with you. And when she comes into your penthouse, everything's set up for the ATF downstairs. I've made sure complimentary coffee, of course. And we're having the kitchens are putting out sandwiches for them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, got to keep them happy, keep some positive feelings on it.
This is one of those business decisions that's good for PR, but also it gives you that kind of like friendly face to the federal officials.
And we'll write it off anyway.
True.
It's all a
True.
write-off.
We can bill them exorbitant prices and get paid by Uncle Sam.
Yep. But I know that's not why you called me up here. What's going on?
So I had a conversation with my lady friend of the night. I need to come up with a better term than that. We're shopping it right now. Have you thought about the offer I made for you?
I've already told you. Told you that night. I mean, I'd think about it, but
yes,
there's shit going on that I'm not going back to not being part of it.
Yes, but do you want to get, jumped in or do you not? 100%. Like you have to make the decision tonight.
I told you I want in. I'm not
okay.
I don't want shut out of this.
All right. Well, then you've got yourself another, probably should do it quicker than shorter. You have tomorrow to make sure your fares are in order. Say your goodbyes, not necessarily goodbyes, but like your last time seeing these people that you care about during the day and letting them know that like you can say whatever you want to say, but it's probably going to be that you're going, due to the turmoil in Chicago, I am sending you to Vegas. You can use that as the example, as the excuse. You're coming to Vegas. We're going to give you some more hands-on learning in a location that isn't being currently attacked by terrorists.
Okay. And I've already looked into some paperwork to set up a hidden trust to funnel money back to the family.
Okay. So then tomorrow night, you are going to enter this life 100%. And when that happens, I'm going to give you as much training as I can in the time I have allotted to me. I don't know how much exact time it is. It's like a week to weekish. I'm not going to send you necessarily to Vegas. I'm going to keep you close during that time. And then I'll give you what information I can, because I know this is kind of the gangrel way we do this shit. Someone joked to me once that we embrace and then we dip out, because Daddy went out for cigarettes and didn't come back. But the reality is that you're going to be following me to Milwaukee for my part in the what's to come in Milwaukee for the time I have. I'll make sure that you're set up there. I'll explain my more expectations of you in my absence, as it were. And also, but don't worry, you'll have
you're
people.
Talking is like you're going to be like gone.
I'm not sure if I'll get to pop in for visits or not. That's something I'll find out along the way. But right now, we're going to assume I'm going to be gone for a time.
I don't know how I feel about that part, but
yeah. Well, I'm going to go on a grand adventure. Something that I couldn't do if I didn't say yes. So you're going to get to explore, learn. You're going to have the support, because I know, knowing the people that I know and knowing how they are, they're going to support you just like I would support you. Jackie will probably help you if you ask her. I'm sure she will. Roscoe, while he is not the most business savvy individual, he's a great source of information. Isabella is petty, so she's great for drinking and partying, but like, you know, Nicholas is a weirdo. He's good with bodies, though.
Isabella's good if we want to go and take a boat ride, I guess.
Yes. So like basically, you're going to end up attaining my empire in my steed while I'm gone. So you can do with it.
I'll still, Frank will still advise me.
Yes. I'll make sure that my friends know, and I'll explain to you the process and stuff. But like, you're going to have to take on Frank's. You're going to have to take on, as it were, ownership of Frank while I'm gone. Because, yeah.
He's kind of dry, but okay.
Look, beggars can't be choosers. Instead, you can become rich as long as you keep Frank around. Or
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Frank will be a great source of information for the money side of things. So doing more of that stuff you're wanting to do for your family and stuff. But like I said, right now, I want you to think about you for this, like, whatever. We'll set up all the expectations. I say expectations. It's funny because really, I'm just hoping that you don't destroy my empire, as it were. Oh. And when I come back, I want it to be bigger and better. And then we'll go have some fun.
What about Evan?
I'm going to have to talk to Fiorenza, but I'm sure Evan will probably be going back to Mexico.
If you tell him I said this, I'll deny it. But I he's not a bad guy. I've kind of grown attached to him.
You know what, Tasha, I adore you. You're like the daughter you will be the daughter I had, I guess. That's just some vampire humor for you. Do you want me to speak on your behalf to Fiorenza and kind of, I don't want to say you are owned by her, but like you could keep Evan around most likely then. So,
I mean, the way you've talked about her, she's taught you quite a bit and helped you out a bit. I know I'm not going to, you've been training me, but I'm not quite ready to hit the full Jenny as it is. So, I mean, any assistance someone like that could give me, I don't see any downside to that. I mean, is there a downside to that?
Not really, as long as you don't piss her off.
I mean, that's the same as you, as long as I don't piss you off. And hell, actually, you warned me of that about all your friends. Don't piss them off. Just
True. Look, everything is going to be fantastic. And also, I'm sorry if you feel like I'm putting a lot of odd pressure on you. You're going to have plenty of time to do your thing. The empire, as it were, I joke about, runs itself for the most part. And as long as you keep Frank around, it'll keep running itself. I'm not expecting you to do anything crazy. I just want you to think about it while I'm gone and how you can expand upon it and stuff.
Do you know how long you'll be gone?
It's going to be a couple years. I mean, I've heard anywhere from 5 to 10, I think, is what Nicholas was talking about, somewhere in there. So,
I mean, from what you've told me and how this works, it's not like 10 years is a drop in the bucket when you live forever, right?
Yeah. Plus, you're still going to be a baby. I'm going to come back and you'll be past your baby phase and it'll be fantastic. And then we can party. I'm going to let everybody else deal with your growing pains. I guess I am a shitty parent.
Oh, wait a minute. Does that... She gets a grin. Does that mean I can call Jackie grandma?
Don't do that. A, don't do that. B, you're not related to Jackie.
Well,
so...
no, but that's what we call anyone who raises us, when...
Oh, if you know what? If you explain that to her, I'm sure she would actually be honored. So...
I mean, that's what my nephew, when his mom got locked up, suddenly he come to stay with us, and that was grandma, even though that's not how it worked, but
I
just
got
the
you.
thing.
Sorry, I was being too literal. I apologize. Once I'm back and everything's been whatevered, you and I will go on a trip and we'll try and find your real grandma. So, well, the person who brought me into this world, not this world. You know what I'm saying, right? You get what I'm saying. You're a smart girl.
Yeah.
I'm just stumbling on my words.
Okay, I will, I guess I better go and see if I can slip my ass down home.
No. What you do is go down, talk to the nice ATF agents, and just say, "Hey, I'm really sorry. My aunt she needs me to come home, and I can't. Can one of you drive me?" They'll most likely do it for you. And if they say no, then I will fly you there myself.
And she gets a grin on her face and tosses her hair over her shoulder a bit and says, "Well, don't worry. I've seen a few eyeballing me. I'm sure I can convince one of them to take me."
There you go. See? You don't have to always rely on sneaking around. Sometimes you can be in the open and do things. So,
oh, poor me. I can't get home. I'm stuck here. Can one of you big strapping men give me a ride?
Perfect. You nailed it. I'll get security footage of it.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. Come back here tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow. So just come back here tomorrow. We'll go from there.
And she comes over and she actually kind of gives you a nervous hug. And you can tell she's nervous. She doesn't know, is she supposed to say something or do something after this? This is, totally new to her.
Jenny gives her, tries to give her the warmest hug she can. And she just is she's just like, "Don't worry about it, Tasha. It's going to be, she kind of de-hugs, detaches her, kind of holds her out at arm's length. She's just like, "Tasha, don't worry about it. You're getting the choice. You made your choice." And look, think of it like it's like living in an adventure novel or something. Yeah. Or being in a TV show or something, just there's no cameras. Well,
there's a lot of cameras in this place.
There's a lot of cameras. You know what I meant. There's no laugh track.
And she smiles. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Jenny.
All right.
And
be safe.
She turns and walks out of your penthouse suite. And as she's departing, we got to flash over to Roscoe. You are in your shop packing shit up right now. And Michael's there working with you. Sir,
But
do we want to pack these by subject matter, or are we just putting stuff in the boxes and we'll sort it out later? Or how are you wanting to do this?
Let's get it all in boxes so we can get out.
Yeah,
and we'll worry about sorting later.
I feel bad when we put the history books with the occult books. It just doesn't feel right to me.
Well, they can learn something from each other.
Yes, sir. And he goes in the back to start finding a box. And as he walks in the back, you hear the front door of your place open. And then you hear the door slam shut.
And I turn to look at the door.
And you recognize her. She's one of Samantha's friends, Allison, you believe the name was. She is stomping in with rage in her eyes.
Oh.
And she doesn't say a word till she gets right up and she punches you right in the chest. "You bastard, where is she?"
Who? Wait, you're Allison, right? I think I remember you.
Yes, damn it. And she punches you again. It's not hard enough to hurt you. But where the fuck is she? What did you do to her, you bastard?
Well, that's a long story.
I'm waiting.
But she's not here right now, and probably won't be. So, but what else do I owe the displeasure of this visit for?
I want to fucking see her.
You're not going to get to. She's gone.
What do you fucking mean gone?
She is dead.
And she steps back a minute and has a look on her face. Then she steps forward and plants a switchblade in your chest. Take 1 superficial damage. 1 whole superficial.
Okay.
As she stabs you.
Well,
and you're looking at a switchblade jutting out of your chest.
That was a little uncalled for.
And she steps back again and she has this shocked look on her face.
What? Why? What's the matter?
Why the fuck aren't you bleeding?
Oh, I think you know why. I would have thought your friend Balthazar would have told you all about that.
Balthazar? He was just some guy I knew. We'd go partying.
Mm-hmm.
He had some good drugs, some good shit I drank.
Oh, he never clued you in.
What the fuck is going on here?
A lot more than you know.
And she pulls out another switchblade from up her other sleeve. And she's just kind of waving it in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
She seems unsure about what she's going to do with it because, well, you have a blade jammed in your chest now and it's not done shit to you.
Right, so I step forward. You want to do something with that?
Oh, fuck. And she slams it into you again. You'll take another superficial.
Okay.
And she stares at you, and since you don't even move, now her hand is, oh, God.
Darling, I can do this all night.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Not a thing.
You killed her, didn't you? What are you?
Oh.
Some sort of spirit? What are you, a fucking demon? What the fuck are you?
No, not a demon. Definitely not.
Well, you don't look like a fucking zombie, you bastard.
Well, no, those aren't real.
I stabbed you twice, you monster, and you're still standing there. What the fuck is going on here?
You seem to be completely clueless about the nature of reality. Do you know who your friends Samantha and Tammy really were? Did you not pay attention to them in all the time you spent with them?
What? They were just very lucky.
No, they were not. Well, they were more than lucky.
You're not going to tell me that shit. People always whispered they were witches. That's some bullshit.
No, they weren't witches.
And she reaches up and she kind of smacks the blade that stuck out of you. Then what the fuck are you?
Oh, apparently someone with holes in them. Is there a point to this?
Let me do another roll. Her eyes get wide and she strikes about 3 steps back from you. And it's at this point, Nicholas, you're coming in the front door as you see Roscoe with 2 blades stuck in his chest.
And him smiling at it too. I mean, he's not worried about it.
You've seen her before. You've seen her once before, backing up from him.
As soon as Nicholas comes in, he's gonna look at the situation. I guess dinner plans are canceled.
Hold that thought for a minute. We might make a.
She looks at Nicholas, looks at you, looks at Nicholas. Now remember, Nicholas is obvious predator. Now it's gone from a little bit of scared backing up to sheer terror as she flattens her back up against one of your bookcases.
Where are you going? No, you don't want to leave. You came in here with such determination and stomping your little feet. Where are you going? Come on, come closer again.
No, I don't know what the fuck's going on here, but I don't want any part of this shit.
It's a little late for that.
What the fuck you talking about? Look, do you know who my dad is?
Was? Oh, yes.
I believe he's dead.
Yeah,
And
I was thinking the same thing.
Suddenly her face falls. You don't know that. They just haven't found the body yet. He's maybe alive.
No.
I have a van full of people. He might be there.
Okay, I'm breaking on this one. She gets a look and her eyes go wider.
Do you want to check?
I'm not getting in your van.
I mean,
It might be Candy.
you might.
You're like he is, aren't you? Pale skin. If I stab you, are you going to bleed?
One of us might.
That's a good one.
And she starts trying to edge around Roscoe towards the back room.
No.
But Michael has come through the door and is standing there with a box blocking the doorway. Sir?
That's okay. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
Yes, sir. Is she allowed to come through here, sir?
No.
Yes, sir.
Oh, as soon as he sees Michael, he's going to take like a small like plastic bag that he has and it's like, I got food for you as well.
I thank you, sir. And her eyes cut to him and then look at the two of you. You can't do anything to me.
How do you know that?
Can I roll an intimidate at this point?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, shit.
It's going to be, what do you want to roll?
Doesn't OP give like a bonus die?
Yes, actually, he's got 2.
2? Okay.
He's got humanity. Actually,
Yeah.
humanity 4, I believe, gives 2.
And it says get 3 extra.
And then you get 3 extra dice, yeah.
So I'm at +5. And then that is what in intimidation?
What do you want to roll with it? I mean, all your socials are the same. All your physicals are the same. So the only thing you might be able to argue is maybe resolve intimidation if you're trying to stare her down.
Oh, that's exactly what he would do.
Okay, resolve intimidation. Go ahead and roll that.
All right, so that's 9 dice.
Go ahead. For the viewers, as a good storyteller, always, if the players can justify certain stat rolls, let them have it. Fuck it.
And then, can you do? Oh yeah, okay.
Well, you got one more you can still roll. Because you only rolled 2. There you go. Well, that's 5 successes. She backs up a little further, and her eyes cut to Michael, to Roscoe, to you. Look, we'll forget all about it. Just let me go.
No. It's like I said, it's too late for that.
You can't be serious. Look, he's not hurt. He's not bleeding. Just let me go.
His feelings might be hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
And
besides, I'm terribly upset about my shirt.
it is a very nice shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Please, just let me go, please.
Why should I do that?
Part of you could go.
And the panic even sets further in her eyes, and she bolts for the door.
Which door?
The main door.
I've got 4 in celerity. She's not beating me.
Oh, she don't know that.
Oh, I go straight in front of her.
And, okay, and she slams right into you? Yeah. Rapid reflexes alone will let you beat her to the door. How'd you move that fast? Oh, fuck.
He asked you a question.
Just let me go, okay? I won't tell anybody. I won't. No. I don't even know what you are. You're a fucking monster.
I'm hard. Am I a monster? And I'm looking at Nicholas.
And you hear Michael's dry voice, "No, sir."
And the entire time he's responding to Roscoe, he's staring Allison like dead in her eyes.
Just let me go. Please, you don't want to do this. If I go missing, people will notice. They'll come looking.
Who's going to come looking?
The police.
Have you seen the city?
There's a lot of people missing right now. One extra Karen won't matter.
And when you say Karen, she starts stalking up to you.
Oh, we're going to do this again. You got another knife?
And she reaches for the knife that's stuck in you. Do you let her grab it?
Yes.
She pulls it out.
Okay.
And she whirls to throw it at Nicholas.
No.
Oh, I don't dodge.
Okay, you'll take a superficial.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a switchblade. It will only do 1 damage. Fortitude's a motherfucker, isn't it?
So as soon as it hits me, Nicholas will pull it out and like move closer to her. I'm glad I don't have to use mine now.
She is definitely panicking. What are you going to do, Nicholas?
Answer his questions.
I don't even know what you are. Just you know you can't get away with this. Just let me go. I won't tell anybody.
I don't know that I can't get away with it. Do you think we can't get away with it, Nicholas?
I know for a fact I can get away with it.
And now she is now reduced to just babble. She's so terrified. I mean, you're an obvious predator intimidating her, and you just called her bluff.
Has it been more than 5 minutes so far?
I'm sure.
Okay.
There's a lot of babbling.
Okay. Because otherwise I was going to clear her memory and just set her on her way. But guess I can't do that now. No, my dear, I'm afraid we cannot let you go. You've seen too much.
And it's just babble at this point. I haven't seen anything. I don't know what you're talking about. And then every once in a while, you hear call you one of you two a freak. She alternates between who the freak is because you didn't bleed. Just because she's terrified don't mean there's not that little sliver inside that.
I'm honestly, I'm half tempted just to spend the point of blood just so I can bleed later than she thought, just to make it extra creepy. But
that's up to you if you want to do a rouse check to bleed a little from the wound. Doesn't mean you get hungrier. You just have to do a rouse check.
Fuck it.
You do it just a rouse check. Oh, you do get hungrier, but
perfect.
Blood. You pulled the knife out because you said you needed your own, and you hadn't been bleeding yet. But then suddenly, just a little bit of blood. And remember, it's kindred. It's not like it's flowing blood. It just kind of oozes out slightly.
And then I look at her and say, "Look at him. What do you mean he doesn't bleed? He's covered in blood." And there's just that little drip.
Yeah. And all you see is wild terror as she once again tries to bolt past Nicholas. And yeah, you have rapid reflexes. There's no hope.
Yeah.
So
Your
what are you
call,
going to
Roscoe.
do? And Michael, you hear him from the back. You know what you've got to do, sir. And that causes her to scream louder.
No, you're going to disturb the neighborhood. You should be quiet.
Oh, yeah. As soon as she starts screaming, Nicholas is going to like put his hand over her mouth.
And she tries to struggle and get away, but it's not a big shop.
So tell us, Allison. I mean, you came in here so confident and full of yourself. What exactly did you have in mind when you came in?
I just wanted my friend back.
Well, I told you she's gone.
You killed her, you bastard. Just fucking get it over with. Fuck it.
Are you asking?
Are you going to let me go?
No.
And she just kind of goes limp. The resignation is set in. So who's going to do it?
Are you hungry tonight?
I've got food in the car.
Okay.
He's got to go in the car. He has takeout.
Well, I still have the one I brought for Roscoe.
So,
Well-
Roscoe, are you going to drink her down?
I mean, if Roscoe won't, Nicholas will.
Well, I am peckish a bit. And she is asking for it. So I will take two
Okay.
from her.
We roll. Because, well, 2 doesn't normally. She slips unconscious after the second drop. And do you kill her?
No, I'm not going to kill her, but I will cloud her memory.
Okay. So she won't remember being fed upon. She'll just remember stabbing you and nothing happening.
Right.
Okay. What is Nicholas going to do?
As far as Roscoe knows, that's all he's going to do.
Michael, do you want me to drag her out of here, man, or sir?
Well, Nicholas, what's the destination of the van? I mean, unfortunately, you brought me dinner, but I seem to have some of my own.
Well, I have a few lost souls I need to dispose of. So was going to my crematory.
Because I was going to suggest just dropping her off somewhere. And she'll think she's been, oh wait, do I have any of that purple haze that Jenny had given
did
me?
Jenny give you some of the good drugs? I'll let the players tell me. I don't know. It's up to the players. If you say you have it, I guess you have it.
Yeah,
Because Jenny was pushing it.
Jenny gave Roscoe a baggie of the stuff to use with Samantha, and then Samantha disappeared.
No,
So he
that's
probably
right.
still has it.
So you going to get her high on that shit?
Well, that's not really fair to her. I mean, but I can't let her go either.
And Michael, from the back, sir, you want me to handle her?
Don't. And literally at that point, Nicholas will take the knife that he got and he'll just like slide it between her ribs, like straight in.
Okay. And she wasn't innocent. We know this. There is I can't see any convictions or tenets that are broken by her death. So we don't have to worry about stains from this one. And now Nicholas has one more body he's got to take out of there.
And he'll literally just toss it in with the others.
Michael helps you take her body out there and truck it in the vehicle. And when Michael comes back in, you know it had to be done, sir.
It did, but I'm still stinging a little bit from the last time I had to do that.
Which is why I did it. And then at that point, Nicholas will kind of like look over at Roscoe and pull the other knife out of Roscoe.
Yeah, the second one.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
I'll dispose of this.
Thank you.
And so, Nicholas, you take the body, and
I'm going to feed in the van.
And when you get back in the van after dropping the body off, there's a book in the passenger seat that was not there before. Leather bound. Looks very old. Faded. Writing on it. There's a note on it.
What does the note say?
I told you I'd bring you something to teach you, little brother. That's all it says.
And as Nicholas drives away, he's just whistling to himself.
Okay. She did tell you she would bring you something.
He's got takeout and entertainment. What more could he ask for?
As you drive off. Now we're flashing to Jackie as Etienne has brought her Her Etienne M. Peter has brought her to the club. And when you get there, you find Jackson downstairs, but he's got a few of his bodyguards with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Ballard and Sovereign are there too. And he looks up from conferring with them when you come in the room.
Good evening, gentlemen. I have news.
Alan, leave. Horatio, go. He sends them from the room, and his bodyguards go and move out of the room as well.
And Jackie closes the door.
How fares my city?
It is a mess.
Of course it is.
Numerous, probably all, from what I suspect, Justicars will be descending upon the city.
Jesus fucking Christ, that moron.
As well as probably every Archon that is available.
That fucking moron.
Mm-hmm. It is considered a gigantic masquerade breach. Don Nakata is currently working at the site near the police headquarters, and she basically has named his life forfeit.
No shit.
Yeah. And Justicar Fatima is already in the city.
Wait. Fatima.
Yes. And she is hunting Loden right now.
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, good fucking riddance to him.
Yes. He'll be dead within the week.
That
tops.
fucking moron.
Yes. So.
This is precisely the kind of shit I was trying to avoid.
I understand.
I may not even have a city after this is fucking done.
I will do what I can. I will do what I can.
We're planning.
I know.
I figure tomorrow I'll come out of hiding.
Don Nakata wishes to speak with you.
Jesus.
She asked if you survived. I had to tell her. She's an Archon.
I understand. Jesus Christ. The last thing I want to deal with is her ass.
I know. It's unfortunate.
Are you sure it's her I'm going to meet and not someone else?
No, it's her. She can... I'll send word to her when you decide to surface.
Any word on Maxwell?
Other than seeing him at the townhouse that I told you about? No.
He'll make a move in a day or two. He's probably waiting to see what happens with Loden.
Right.
And Kevin gets a grin on his face. Anyone started the betting pool? On how long before Loden is ashed?
Not yet. Would you like to place a bid?
Yeah, I want to put, I don't know, let's go with Southside hunting rights for 2 days.
Okay. On how long? 2 days?
2 days.
2 days. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what I'm putting on the line. Whatever other else people want to put on the line, they can.
I will definitely try to keep track of that for you.
If someone gets it closer to me, they can have hunting rights in Southside. But, you know, the winner takes the whole pot, boons and all.
Exactly.
I know I'm being flippant, but
I
that's
understand.
how I deal with this bullshit.
I understand. We all cope in the ways we can. I hate to ask, but I am happy to provide hospitality. I am happy to provide meeting space for you and your advisors. I am happy to help you in any way that I can to have your city be your city. I need Sierra.
When I surface, I'll have her sent to you.
Excellent.
Not that let's be fair, not that I'm sure I'll have a city when this is all done. Winning or not won't matter.
I am owed some favors. I'll be willing to cash them in. I am owed some favors amongst the upper echelons.
So is your Justicar Lucinda coming in?
She's not my Justicar.
The way she spoke of you.
Oh, no, I just owe her a favor.
She acted like
your
soul was hers.
Well, that's just Lucinda.
Naughty bitch, I think.
Yes, and other things as well. But no, I have worked for the Malkavian Justicar. Well, I worked for the one prior to her before that. So yes.
I would not have put you down for working for her. Who else in my fucking city's working for people? Dear God.
It is the jewel of the Camarilla. You think they're not going to have eyes and ears everywhere.
I know. Pretty sure Nero works for one of them.
Yes, he does.
That's why I've been told I can't touch him.
Yes, that is exactly why.
Yeah, well, since we're all conspiratorial in here, he won't be a problem after the night or two.
Oh.
You know, what happens when shit like this goes down is grudges are dealt with.
Yes, they are.
Well, NECA's going to deal with that grudge for me.
Oh.
I'm sure you've seen his people already.
Dawn certainly has.
Fuck her, she can't do nothing about those.
I know. She said she was going to take command of them, and I'm like, I laughed. Because I know one Eka better than she does.
You know, if she goes to try to take command of them, she better count her fingers and toes before she leaves. Yes, I'm not
sure she'll take them all out of the cap city.
I'm pretty damn sure any deal she makes, she's not going to be on the better end of that deal.
Absolutely not. Yes. So, but is there anything that you need?
Not tonight.
All right. Then I will take my leave, but do let me know. You have my contact information.
Have you heard from Cratius or any word on Cratius?
Not a word.
Okay. Damien will probably be coming by later.
That's fine. I'm willing to help any that I can.
Thank you, Jackie.
Of course.
And as soon as I come out, I will make arrangements for you to have Sierra.
Thank you.
Don't need her anyway.
She is the reason that Nolan fell.
I get it. I still say you're wrong. She's broken.
I say you're wrong.
Care to bet on that one?
I would bet on that one.
What do you want to bet?
What could you possibly want?
This club.
I cannot give that to you. It is a joint operation amongst all of my coterie.
Then the names of every other agent of a Justicar in my city.
I could give you that.
And what do you want for the bet?
Alexa's eye teeth.
Done.
She holds out her hand to him.
He holds out his hand.
And they shake. The bet is on.
The bet is on. To the victor go the spoils, right?
Absolutely.
I hope you don't mind. I had a bottle of the liquor brought down so I can at least smell it.
Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do, Kevin. Truly.
No. I've got a war council to talk with.
Of course. Let me excuse myself so the gentleman can rejoin you.
And as you step out, the bodyguards immediately come back in with Alan and Horatio Ballard. Ballard's a tight fit through the doorway, but he gets in and out. Mm-hmm. As Jackie heads out. Where's Jackie going now?
She's going back home now.
Okay.
She wants to not be on the streets as much as she can avoid it.
You get stopped a few times, but it's not a problem with diplomatic plates. Nobody wants to play that game. And as you arrive in New Haven, you come in the door. Dread is sprawled out on your couch. And I say sprawled out because his jacket's in tatters. He's injured. Numerous rents and gashes across his chest and arms. And he looks over. Kindred don't bruise, but his face is battered. He looks over. Hey, Jackie.
Antheus? What on earth?
Got a place for a beaten dog?
Of course.
And he sets up, and he's got a very serious look on his face. I lost the wolf pack.
Jackie sits down.
Nadine challenged me for it, and I refused to kill her. We lost too many already. I won't. No.
At least she didn't kill you.
She couldn't. It was kill her, let her live, and she'd try again, and again, and again. I'm not going to do that. We lost Tyrus.
So you just left?
What else could I do?
I'm not judging you. I was just clarifying.
I told her she can have it.
All right.
She's got her list of grudges, and I think she's going to go down them. She's young, still a hothead. Sees the unrest in the city and thinks it's her chance to move.
I know. She will learn, if she survives it.
It's not what I wanted.
I understand, but you cannot force her. You Gangrel are too damn free-willed.
Is that what you call her? Because I was thinking stubborn.
Well, it's a bit of that, too. But I wouldn't have you any other way.
Mind if I hole up here for a few days while I heal?
You are welcome to stay as long as you like, and as a matter of fact, in a few days, I am going to be relocating. As you are noticing, things are getting packed up.
I wondered about that.
I'm signing the contract on a new place tomorrow.
Well, where are you heading?
Milwaukee.
Why are you going to that shithole?
Because I'm going to take it.
And he looks kind of nervous, slightly embarrassed. Got a place for an old dog to hang around the court. I don't have anything else anymore.
Would you like to be my consort and advisor?
You're going to need somebody that can get you through the null zone, won't you?
Absolutely, and you have more knowledge of it than most people I know.
Yeah, you twisted my arm. I'll take it.
Excellent.
Warn your friends, especially Nicholas. She's got a grudge list. She may come after him. I don't think he's that high on the list.
I'm sure there are higher priorities for her, and probably by the time she gets to them, we will be gone.
Yeah, she's, Jackson's the first choice because he got Ramrod killed.
Yes, well, Jackson is right now under my protection.
She don't know that.
She doesn't know that. But as of tomorrow, he won't be, so his survival's on his own.
And he leans into your shoulder. I didn't want it to go down this way.
It's all
hoping
right,
to keep
Fred.
it together.
These things happen, Antheus. I know it is terrible. You felt it was your pack. Your family.
It was, but with Tyrus gone, it wasn't the same anymore. She was always hard to control.
She is young. Were you any better when you were young?
Hey, I was a lot better when I was young. I mean, we were on the frontier then, remember? I've told you I was westward expansion and all that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, that was after I was embraced in Greece. That was, yeah.
Yes.
I'd like to think I wasn't that stubborn.
Well, funny how we recall things sometimes.
Yeah, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to recall this fight being a little more heroic.
I am happy to believe your story.
Yeah.
You survived it. You can tell the story however you want.
I wasn't going to let her kill me.
That's for sure. That is a win.
Thanks, Jackie.
Of course.
And Dredd just leans in and lays his head against you, and you can hear that weary sigh he does
Mm-hmm.
of relieved of the stress that caused him to run here.
Mm-hmm.
And right here, everybody, we're going to end Season 10, Episode 9 of Windy City After Dark. As I cough. And I'd like to thank my players, you the viewers. As you can see, shit's going down. Each of the following episodes are going to be one day at a time. Normally we skip time, but in this case, because of the deadline, each night, things are going to move quick. Tonight, they've laid the groundwork for the big moves. And of course, join us on a Discord right over here. Join us on the Discord. That's where we cast our shows from. That is where we do Zoom Hangouts when we can. So you know, this is the final season of Windy City. After Windy City ends, we will be taking a short break, and then we'll be doing a casting call for the next Shanky Chronicle here on McStabber Studios. It'll be something different. It'll be vampire, but a whole different theme to it. So make sure you're watching the casting couch on the Discord. You have to be on the Discord to apply to be in the game. So make sure you're doing that. Of course, you want to catch your back episodes. Pop over to YouTube, catch your back episodes. They're all there on the YouTube. If you want to see Call of Cthulhu or D&D, pop over to Ishval. You want to get some Windy City merch? Look, Chronicle's ending, but we'll still have the merch for sale. Don't worry. So you can get your Windy City merch. I'm trying to think of the other stuff we got to do here because my brain is fried. You want to support the players? Bits and donations go to the players, not the studio. If you want to give something to the studio, subscribe on Twitch. Pop over to our coffee because Twitch takes half. You can always give us a coffee there. Buy Mama a coffee. She likes a chai tea, hot chai tea. So get Mama hot chai. If you want to, if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, click the notification bell, comment on the video, like the video. Those all things drive up engagement. And, you know, we don't really make much off YouTube, so you're aware, but every little bit helps because it's expensive to run this stream. And I've got one other announcement before I turn it over to my wife. Right now, it is looking like Dark Ages is going to start June 7th. Unless something changes that I'm not aware of, June 7th, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, will be the start of Dark Ages here at McStabber Studios. So get ready for that. That's going to be exciting. 800 years of Kindred history will be done over however many seasons it takes. So now I can turn it over to my wife for the schedule.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Coming up over the next week, I have to check really quick. Hang on. Scrolling. Okay. Yep. Okay. So Saturday, we will have Call of Cthulhu 7E. London Esoteric Society. Tis is going to be here at 3 p.m. Eastern with her crew of investigators in circa 1900s London, investigating all the sus shit and reading all the books that should be burned and summoning things they should not be summoning because these players haven't learned from the last time when they had a character death. They are still doing all the shit that they shouldn't do. But you know what? It's Call of Cthulhu, and that's what's expected.
Some point, there's going to be Cat Thulu coming up.
There's going to be a Cat Thulu, which is going to be adorable and horrifying at the same time.
That's one of Tiss's planned episodes. So you want to watch all of them to find out which one it is.
Yes. That's actually going to be the next episode. Cats!
Oh, we summoned Goose Tulu.
Uh-huh.
Goosulu. Goosulu. Now it's Cat Tulu.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then, of course, we will be back here on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern with episode 10 of season 10 of Windy City After Dark. And that's going to be night 2.
Scion ended last Tuesday, so Scion is done until we get around to second season, whenever that is.
Yep, whenever that's going to be. We haven't even talked about it yet. So, because I know Zach is prepping up for Onyx Path Con thing that he's doing.
Yep.
So,
and also be aware, we have a Star Wars stream coming on Friday nights. I
in
forget
June
the exact
and July,
date.
yes?
June. It starts in June at some point. I forget which week, but it's coming. So
I believe it starts on the 2nd, I
I
think.
think so too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember for sure.
Yeah.
But to get ready for lots of content, it's McStabber Studios. We got lots of shit going on.
Lots of stuff going on.
Just because this is ending don't mean content's going to stop.
Right. We're going to have content.
And I even have a plan for Sundays after this ends, and you'll find out what that is. So, as always, everybody, as we end these streams, take your mental health seriously. Take the mental health of yourself and others. Please check in on those around you, make sure they're okay. And if you suffer from mental health issues, like many people do, it's okay to not be okay. Nothing wrong with admitting it. Don't suffer in silence. Reach out to those around you. But if you feel you can't, in chat's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there'll be somebody on the other end of the line that will help you get through it, because mental health is health. And a lot of times all we need is a lifeline and just to get through it. We all deal with it. Life is full of ups and downs, and we all need assistance. As this coterie will show you, nobody gets through one life alone. And now I'll turn it over to my wife for her portion of our outro.
Everyone, please not only take care of your mental well-being, which is incredibly important, because if your mental well-being isn't well off, the body will start to reflect that. Please take care of the body as well. Get your vaccines. Get your preventative screens done, because early detection saves lives. Get your checkups. Get checked out if you're not feeling well, please. And take your meds and drink your water, okay? Seriously.
Drink water.
Drink water. But seriously, that is all said with love, because I care about all y'all. And lastly, I'm going to say, fuck fascists. Fuck them all. Literally, Florida has grocery store shelves that are completely barren. They are having massive gas shortages at gas stations because of laws that their governor have signed that basically bans the use of migrant workers.
For those that don't understand, our economy is built with migrant workers, not illegal migrant workers. They
Workers.
come in, they work, they go home.
And they pay taxes.
Yeah, and then they go home. And then next time the season comes up, they come in, they do work, and they go home.
Right. And so basically, Hispanics and Latinos down there have been boycotting the state now, including truck drivers, construction site workers, farm laborers. And it hurts people that didn't vote for DeSantis or the GOP in that state, because they do not have access to necessities. But it is the only thing those people have the power to do, is to hit the Republicans in the pocketbook.
Yep.
And it is a sad state of affairs that that's how they have to fight the fascism in their state. If you are not registered to vote, register to vote before the 2024 election, and make sure from the city, county up, you are voting Democrat, because fuck the GOP.
Congratulations in Jacksonville and Colorado Springs.
Absolutely. Congrats, y'all.
2 Republican strongholds that flipped this past week because of people were sick of the bullshit. So good night, everybody. We will see you next time. And by the way, trans rights are human rights. Women bodily autonomy is human right. And stop fucking with them.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.